I taught at the University of Arizona for 2 years. I've been a high school math teacher for about 14 years. So let's just get right into the video. Okay, for this video, I'm going to talk about function compositions within rational functions. So we have f of x, which is a rational function, x divided by x minus 2. And then we also have g of x, which is a rational function. So the goal of this question is to evaluate f at the function g. Okay, this is function composition. So I'm a visual learner, and I think you might be too if you're watching this video. So what you want to do is start out by writing the structure of f. Okay, something divided by another something minus 2. Okay, this is the structure of f. If you look, it's x divided by x minus 2. Well, what are we going to be plugging in for x? Well, we're going to be plugging in right here g of x. Okay, and so what g of x is, it's the function 1 divided by x plus 2. Okay, 1 over x plus 2. So that's how to input it in. Now this becomes a problem of fractions, and can you rationalize the denominator and do things like that. So the numerator we're going to leave alone, but what we want to do is get a common denominator here by multiplying top and bottom by x plus 2. Okay, we're allowed to do that because x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 is 1. So let's rewrite the top. We get 1 over x plus 2. That's our numerator, just rewriting it. Now to do the denominator, I can now add these two because these two now have a common denominator. So it's going to end up being 1 minus 2 parentheses x plus 2, all divided by that common denominator of x plus 2. Okay. So there we go. At this point, what we want to do is keep simplifying. So let's just rewrite the numerator, 1 over x plus 2, all divided by, we're going to distribute here. So that's going to be 1 minus 2x minus 4, all divided by x plus 2. Okay, so here is where we're going to use a rule you should have memorized for fractions to help us reduce this. Okay, and that rule is a reciprocal rule. Let's show it to you real quick. So the rule we're going to use is a fraction divided by another fraction. And let's come over here so you can see it. A fraction divided by another fraction is just the numerator multiplied by the reciprocal of the denominator. So d over c. Okay, so in this case, if you want, you could call this a, that's b, that's c, and that's d. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to rewrite the numerator, 1 over x plus 2 times by the reciprocal of the denominator, which is x plus 2 divided by this stuff. So that's going to be negative 3 minus 2x. Okay, and we'll put it in parentheses because we are multiplying. And we're at that point. So then from here, we can just clean it up. 1 times x plus 2 is just x plus 2. Okay, down below, we're going to distribute this. So it'll be x times negative 2x is negative 2x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 2 times negative 3 we'll put on the end is negative 6. And then 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x. Okay. So normally you're not going to distribute this out. You want to keep it factored like this so you can see, you know, where the denominator equals 0, because we know a rational function, spelled like this, rational function, those are functions with holes in them, and that's a whole nother topic, is finding the domain of a rational function. But in this case, we just simplified f of g of x, and this was more of a video on composition of two rational functions. Okay, so let's show it to you. Zoom out a little bit so you can see everything all at once. But there it is. Let's just double check this bottom side. So x was multiplied by negative 2x, so then x also has to be multiplied by negative 3. So that's where these two terms come from. And then this 2 is multiplied by negative 3 to get negative 6, and this 2 is multiplied by negative 2x to give negative 4x. So that's one acceptable form of the answer. Again, this is a reciprocal rule here that was really important. I suggest you go out and memorize this one. Okay, that's a fraction rule that you should have memorized if you are working with rational functions. So good luck. Again, we did function composition, and then we simplified a rational function all the way down to look like something like this. Okay, thanks for watching, and hit that like and subscribe button if you want more math videos like this, or put in the comments what topic you're having a hard time on, and we'll try and do some problems like that.